So for a project I'm working on, I needed a triangle voltage controlled oscillator. So based on some schematics I found online, I made this one. It's a little bit modified from the other ones online because I couldn't find one that fit my specifications exactly. This uses two operational amplifiers, a capacitor, and a transistor to generate this this triangular waveform. The way it basically works, if you're unfamiliar, is that this capacitor gets charged up and down by the 5 volts that's running into this this thing, and that causes the output to come up and down, and then this transistor over here basically decides whether or not to discharge that capacitor based on the feedback from this op-amp. So over here, I've built the circuit on a breadboard, and this is my little power supply for it. If I turn it on, you'll see it's now outputting 5 volts to the circuit. And if you look over at the scope and multimeter, you can see that there's now a triangular waveform coming out of here at about 400 hertz. Now the way you can adjust that is with this potentiometer, which is just acting as a voltage divider. And you'll see, if I can zoom out a little bit, as I rotate this potentiometer, you can see the waveform on the scope becoming tighter, and the voltage on the multimeter moving in correspondence to the frequency. So this voltage controlled oscillator will go from about, let's see, it'll go from about, it looks like 15 hertz down to or all the way up to, I think, 400 hertz ish. That's actually adjustable. There are certain things in the schematic that you can change to change its behavior. So right here, this resistor here, you can, if you look at the scope measurement, it's kind of hard to see on camera because of the bloom from the CRT on my camera, but there's a small gap in between the this line right here, which is the ground point for the signal, and where the waveform starts. And you can adjust that gap right here by changing the value of this resistor. So basically, the higher this resistor, the larger that gap is going to be. I wanted basically no gap, so I chose a 1K resistor. And to adjust the frequency too, you can either change the value of this capacitor, or I would think that you can change these resistors, but I'm not too sure about that. I couldn't find, the reason why I'm making this is because I couldn't find any quick, easy tutorials and circuit schematics for what I was looking for online, so I had to modify a couple other ones. So I thought I'd show that, show this voltage controlled oscillator that I've made. So I hope this helped someone. If it didn't, that's fine. It was fun to make. By the way, the op-amp that I'm using, in case you're wondering, it has to be a rail-to-rail op-amp, and it's the LM324 that comes in here. Other than that, I think that that's all. Thanks.